inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
presentation of BFA Sports.
On an ice-cold day here in South Jersey, it's fitting that on a day in which Camden High School honors a great team from its past, that they take on a nationally recognized squad today here on DeWan and Wagner Court inside of Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Hi, everybody. I am Mike Shute from BFA Sports. You are watching Camden High School basketball, and today we've got a great matchup, an interstate matchup, as East St. Louis, Illinois comes to town to take on Camden High. East St. Louis ranked number 55 in the nation according to Max Preps. They're number 3 in the state of Illinois. Camden High, in terms of Max Preps rankings, they are number 19 in the state of New Jersey. So you're getting, of course, the great traditional powerhouse of Camden here in New Jersey against a really good international team from nationally ranked team from Illinois. So it's a great game, but a great day as well. As, again, I mentioned, Camden High today will be introducing and recognizing the 1986 Group 4 state champs that were ranked number 1 in the nation. Right now, we'll take a moment to go to our public address announcer, Mr. Daniel Montez, and the national anthem being sung today courtside.
Camden's own Sierra Irizarry, as we celebrate Black History Month here in the Camden City School District. We'd like to welcome you once again. We'd like to remind you the New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association.
So that was Sierra Irizarry singing "Lift Every Voice" here at Center Court. Again, Camden High School. East St. Louis visiting. We'll hear the starting lineups announced by, again, Mr. Daniel Montez, who, by the way, Mr. Montez has been the public address announcer for Camden Athletics for more than 40 years. He goes back beyond the 86 team that's being honored today. So Mr. Montez came back today to do the public address announcing. He did one football game this season back in the fall of 2025. He came back to do one last basketball game today to honor the 86 team. So he's making another special appearance today. So, again, good to have Mr. Montez here as well, along with many members of that 1986 team. Again, there's 11 guys here, including former assistant coach Richard King, Chuck Pruitt, Reggie Lawrence, Kevin Smith, Dave Nieves, Lee Wall, Larry Cohen, Donnie Walker, Denny Brown. Vic Karstaffen and Lewis Banks are all here. So we'll go back to Mr. Montez for the starting lineups.
Athletic Director, Camden Zone, Darren Sunken. Number 2, senior, 6'3", Alex Johnson. Number 3, junior, at 6'1", Philip Jones. Number 4, junior, 6'5", Terrion Webster. Wearing 0, senior, 6'8", Jameson White. And number 1, senior, 6'5", Devin Houston. And now, starting for your Camden Panthers, under head coach Jason Harrigan. He's a 6'2" senior, number 1, Alex Pace. He's a 6'1" senior, number 13, Micah Hart. He's a 6'6" sophomore, number 23, Andre Robinson. He's a 6' sophomore, number 11, Tyree Thorpe. And your captain, 6'3", junior, number 2, Jaden Doctor.
So there's your starting lineups, introduced here again by Mr. Daniel Montez. Good to have him here in the house today. And again, just real quick, the starters for East St. Louis. Number 0, Jameson White, senior. He's the man to watch today. There you see the list. White, he's the man to watch for East St. Louis. Had a 36-point game a couple weeks ago, January 21st, as East St. Louis won on the road at Miller Career Academy, an 82-71 win. East St. Louis comes in 22-3 overall. They're 8-0 in their conference, which is the Southwestern Conference in Illinois. Of course, Camden 11-7, 4-3, coming off that loss the other night, a tough one against Paul VI. Talking to head coach Jason Harrigan before the game, he just said that, it was a tough game. They really had trouble with the big man, Malakila from Paul VI, who really dominated play. They really kind of just fed him the ball a lot, and he was able to just, again, keep the ball up high and able to score pretty easily. Finished with 21 for Paul VI in that one. So we're underway. The tip won by East St. Louis. And you see them in orange with the basketball. This is Philip Jones, the point guard, junior 6'1", guarded closely by Mekhi Hart. Gets by him as Camden starts out in a man-to-man defense. Alex Pace gets the rebound of the Terrion Webster shot. Pace on the run to the hole. Out of bounds, last touch by him. It'll be, actually, let's see. They're going to say, actually, Camden basketball. So the ref on the far side changed the call. By the way, our officials today, you have Greg Ackles, Rob Booth, and Chris Bell. Ackles right now on the baseline, the former coach at Rutgers Camden and Glassboro State as well, back in the day. Miss for Camden. Here comes East St. Louis the other way. We got a jump ball as it was tied up. A jump ball as Jameson White drove to the basket. He got tied up. It'll be possession arrow to Camden as East St. Louis won the tip. East St. Louis showing a little full court man pressure here. His pace will be guarded by Alex Johnson, a senior, 6'3" guard. Steal by White to the hole, loses his balance, was able to score. White with the first 2 points of today's game, I should say. Tyree Thorpe comes the other way quickly. Thorpe's been a little bit of a key factor here with, of course, Camden not having Keyshawn Franklin in the starting lineup. He's still battling with that finger injury, middle finger on his shooting hand. Had real trouble the other day against Paul VI shooting the basketball. In fact, had no points. Didn't shoot it a lot, but you could see he struggled a bit. Good drive, physical by Alex Johnson. He's got 2. It's a 4-2 East St. Louis advantage. East St. Louis, the Flyers, played against Woodbury on Friday, yesterday, down at Woodbury High School. So it's a little road trip for them. The 3 missed there. Here's White. White hanging and floating. Can't get the finger roll to go. Rebounded by Robinson, Andre Robinson. Also a football player for Camden on the defensive line and a tight end. He drives and scores. They're going to need a big game from Andre Robinson today. 4-4, 2 minutes in. Jones guarded by Hart. Hart wearing 13 today in the purple. His shot no good. Rebound out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by East St. Louis. Robinson will get it in. Jaden Doctor with the catch. Doctor's had a good last couple of weeks with a bunch of double-digit games. Ooh, Pace off the glass, gets past White and scores. Alex Pace, leading scorer for this Camden team at 22.1 points per game. But really could be more than that. He was charged for that, getting a full game played in that game against Louisiana where he rolled his ankle early and didn't score and barely played, just a couple of minutes. Shot up and no good from Phillip Jones. The rebound by Camden. Here's Pace floating down the lane and scoring. Alex Pace has 4 in the early going, and it's 8 for Camden. Another turnover forced by Hart. Here's Pace again, gets into the paint, backs in, uses the left, can't get it. Doctor can't get the rebound, but Pace tracks it down. Thorpe will drive and float and miss off the glass in some traffic. Rebounded by Alex Johnson. Johnson will keep it, dribble to the corner, and East St. Louis will reset. Timeout, East St. Louis. Mark Chambers, the head coach of East St. Louis, will call timeout, trying to get his team fired up. So you might say, well, what brings East St. Louis to Camden? What brings them to South Jersey, right? And talking to the coaching staff for them, their athletic director, Darren Sunkett, he's also the head football coach at East St. Louis. He's also from Camden originally, so he's got some connections. And the football team has played Philadelphia teams over the past few years. In fact, this past season they played Imhotep over in Philadelphia. So they said, let's try to do something similar with our basketball teams. Let's get them out to South Jersey. So they were able to play against Woodbury yesterday. It was a late afternoon game, 4 o'clock start. And they beat Woodbury by 40, 85-45. East St. Louis used a 31-13 third quarter to go up 65-35 at that point. They scored 51 points all in the second, just in the second half alone in that game. So that's the connection there. Darren Sunkett, the AD and football coach there, decided to see if he can get the basketball team to make some road trips as well. So here we go after Mark Chambers calls the timeout and resets. East St. Louis basketball trailing by 4. Almost a steal by Pace. He does slap it away. Robinson scoops it up. Pace to the hole. He will score. Alex Pace with 6 in the early going. That got Vic Karstarfin, the mayor of Camden, up out of his seat, sitting right next to us. Vic, of course, was a coach at Camden for a season as well. And, of course, now the mayor here of Camden. And was a sophomore on that 86 team. Here's White, pulls up from distance, no good. Rebound is going to be last touched by East St. Louis's Terrion Webster skied for that, but couldn't bring it down. Tyree Thorpe from Camden with a decent box out there to not allow him to make that catch. Just about midway through quarter number 1, the home team leading 10-4. Pace bumped over there on the far sideline with the dribble, trying to get by Houston. Devin Houston, he uses some speed, tries to turn the corner. And a turnover on Pace. They're going to say he traveled with it. Camden definitely needs to keep the turnovers at a minimum. Layup is good as Phillip Jones goes in easily. So 3 different players have scored for East St. Louis, accounting for their 6 points. And Camden calls a 30-second timeout here to talk things over. We'll take a moment, step away as well with your score. Camden 10, East St. Louis 6. You're watching Camden High Basketball on BFA Sports. back here at Clarence Turner Gymnasium at Camden High School. Camden with the ball after the quick 30-second timeout. Jaden Doctor, left-hand dribble, tries to get into the paint. And that was one thing. Here's Robinson getting to the paint as well, trying to score with the right hand. Gets the offensive rebound, now loses it. Doctor gets it back. He was slapped in the face, no call. Pace pulls up. That was deflected, goes out of bounds, and Robinson touched it before it hit the ground. Pace is calling for it that it was deflected, and it was. I think the official knew that, but Robinson put his hand up and said, yeah, but I got it. It's on me. So it's a missed shot and a turnover for Camden there, and East St. Louis with the basketball. Hart against Jones. Hart trying to body up. Makai Hart trying to defend Jones there. Now top of the key, Johnson with it. Back to Jones. Now White, guarded by Robinson. Little screen used nicely by Jones. Kicks to the corner, 3-ball off. Rebound pops all the way out and collected by Houston, Devin Houston, and we've got a foul on the way up. Doctor thought he got it clean. We'll see who they call the foul on. It's going to be on Robinson, 23. That's going to be his first. That's the first of the game for either team. Here's a peek at it again. So the first initial shot was missed. Doctor battled for the rebound. And you're going to see Houston trying to drive, and he bodied up. So Robinson gets the foul. Devin Houston misses the first. We'll have a second on the way. Checking in Keyshawn Franklin, usually a starter, but again, still kind of working his way back with that finger injury, the middle finger on his right hand. He's going to replace Tyree Thorpe. And again, Thorpe has done a nice job in the last couple games in his place, especially on the defensive end. He's really tough and has taken it upon himself to really, I think, ramp up the offense too as you see him attack and drive. Pace, guarded by Alex Johnson, gets it to Robinson. Robinson will set a screen. Pace shake and bake. Now Robinson will pull up for the three. Just missed that one. Franklin tried to tip the rebound. Pace gets it in an easy path to the basket. Alex Pace, they're going to need that from him. He's got 8 here in the early going. 8 of the team's 12. Franklin guarding Alex Johnson. Again with some coaching from Vic Karstarfin on the sideline saying, who's got him? White against Robinson, turnaround, no good. Oh, Franklin tried to box out, but a strong board by Terrion Webster. We got a jump ball. Robinson and Webster get tangled up, and Devin Houston's going to come in there and kind of clean things up, kind of back everybody off. I believe they're calling jump ball there. Let's see. Should have been a jump ball. We'll see what they have. And Greg Ackles, the lead official today, wants to talk to the coaches and just keep everybody in check. So he's calling that timeout himself and just wants to say, hey, coaches, let's keep everybody level-headed. So I think we've got a jump ball was the call, I believe. As the officials now are going to talk things over as well. That's Ackles there clapping his hands. Booth is on his left. And again, Chris Bell, our third official, who's on the baseline now with the ball. So no foul on the scoreboard. It wasn't called a jump ball, so it will remain possession arrow to East St. Louis here with 2:07 left to go in the first quarter. Camden remaining in the man-to-man defense. And we got a foul on a push-off. It's going to be on, actually it was an illegal screen. They're going to call that on number 12, Jameer Allen, the sophomore who just checked into the game for East St. Louis. He quickly steps on the floor and picks up his first personal foul. So each team with one foul here in the early going. Pace with some speed going against Alex Johnson. Now Hart. Drayden Garner is checked in, number 15, the freshman for Camden. And Camden with a bucket, 14-7. Near steal, Hart frustrated. He was there with it, got the hand on it, but deflected it away. Here's Jones, kicks it to the corner, 3-ball no good for Webster. Long rebound came out. Houston powers his way to the basket. Houston looks like a running back. And a powerful one at that. Big guy, number 1, Devin Houston. Pace thought about 3. Now it's Hart near side. Hart looking for a screen from Garner. Now Pace is double team, gets rid of it to Garner, hands it back off. Pace with some speed, tries to get down the baseline, has it stolen away. Here's Houston all alone and will lay it in. Devin Houston with the bucket. And it's 14-9. Houston with 3. Garner guarded closely by Allen, and a travel. They're going to say he moved that pivot foot, and we'll have some more subs here for East St. Louis. DeVris Johnson comes in, number 5, the junior. So on the floor for East St. Louis, Johnson, DeVris Johnson, Alex Johnson, and a backcourt as Philip Jones dribbled it over the midcourt line as he was guarded closely by Tyree Thorpe. And then you've also got Devin Houston out there for East St. Louis. Camden, it's Doctor, Thorpe, Pace, Garner, and Franklin on the floor for the final 30-plus seconds here. Thorpe guarded closely by DeVris Johnson. Here's Doctor trying to get into the paint. Tries to leave it for Thorpe, stolen away, but stolen back. Pace with 20 seconds. Between the legs, floats one up and scores. Alex Pace, great touch on the basketball. He's got 10 of Camden's 16. He's got more points than the visitors so far here. Counting down now, 5 seconds left to go. East St. Louis is going to have to hurry. Devin Houston kicks it back out at the buzzer. It would have counted, but it was just short. The jumper by Philip Jones from way downtown, no good. And Camden, after 1, leading it by the score of 16-9. We'll step away and come back with second quarter action after this. You're watching BFA. Welcome back to Clarence Turner Gymnasium here at Camden High School as we are 1 quarter in and Camden leading East St. Louis by the score of 16-9. East St. Louis comes in again, I mentioned before the start of this one, they're number 55 in the country according to the Max Preps rankings. Camden not ranked, at least in that top number, but they are ranked number 19 in the state by Max Preps. Camden trying to get it in. Tyree Thorpe right in front of us gets to Pace, and we're underway here in quarter number 2. Camden up 7 here. Pace with 10 of Camden's 16. Looking for more. Left-hand layup is good. Alex Pace coming out with some determination today. He's got 12 of Camden's 18. This is Jamison White from 3. No good. Drayden Garner with the rebound. Underhands it to Pace. Pace again with speed. Gets to the corner. The 3. Doctor, no good. And the rebound, battled for and out of the pack with it comes Philip Jones. Jones quickly to White. Nice spin move in the paint for the big man. He's got 4. Jamison White, the 6'8 senior forward, showing why he's averaging 20.7 points a game. He also averages 12.7 rebounds per game, so he's the leader in those 2 categories this year for the Flyers. This is Jaden Doctor. Now Garner's left open for 3. He'll shoot that and get the friendly roll. Actually did it. It didn't drop. No, it didn't. Look like it rolled in, but it fell off. 3 ball on the way for East St. Louis is no good for Alex Johnson. Here comes Tyree Thorpe with speed. Runs into somebody and then has it knocked away. Here's White. He's going to jam right hand. And a little run here for East St. Louis as they have now pulled to within 18-13. Camden scored the first points of this quarter, and now it's been a quick 4-0 burst from East St. Louis to pull to within 18-13. White now with 6. Again, averages 20.7 points per game. Here's Doctor for 3. Bang! Jaden Doctor knocks it down. His first bucket of the day. 21-13 Camden advantage. Here's White against Robinson. Just rides right by him. The collision, no call. Doctor had the rebound, lost it. Robinson, oh, great hands by Robinson to stick a hand out, knock it away, and then it went off of Devin Houston, so it's Camden ball. Looked like Robinson had no chance. It was like 3 or 4 on 1 down here. Take a look at this. Great effort by Robinson. He had to scramble up off the floor. He gets back into the play. Doctor didn't know what happened. Yeah, it's 4 on 2 there, but Robinson just stuck his hand out and knocked it away. They were trying to get it to White down in the low block. So give Robinson some real credit there for sticking with it and not giving up on the play. Doctor harassed, and then Robinson tries to throw it towards the near side to Thorpe, but knocked away by Phillip Jones, the point guard and team leader in assists for East St. Louis, as he's averaging 7.3 helpers per game. Thorpe, Hart traveled with it. Makai Hart with the travel. Again, he's wearing number 13 today. He wears 3 in the gray, but 13 here in the purple. Jaden Doctor's going to come out. Alex Pace will come back in. Pace with a quick rest there. So for Camden, you've got Hart, Pace, Thorpe, Robinson, and Franklin on the floor. DeVris Johnson had it knocked away by Hart. Now Thorpe gets a hand on it. Now a quick baseline pass. Good work by East St. Louis to get it down low quickly. Wound up in the hands of Jamison White. Missed the layup, but he'll shoot 2 here as he is fouled. Get another look here at the scramble. And then East St. Louis took advantage as Camden had 3 guys on the offensive end of the court. So it was a 3-on-2 the other way. And the foul is going to be against Tyree Thorpe. That's his first, as White misses the free throw. So Thorpe picks up the foul. Drayden Garner comes back in. He's going to replace Andre Robinson, so the freshman in for the sophomore. Here's the second for White. That's good. So East St. Louis 2 for 4 at the line today. White with 7. He also averages a team-high 2.9 blocks per game, by the way, entering this weekend trip to New Jersey. They beat Woodbury, as I mentioned yesterday, by 40, 85-45. And now a chance to play today. And then they're going to head back, a flight tomorrow, 11 a.m. out of Philly. Tyree Thorpe with the dribble. Hart thought about 3. Quick defense by East St. Louis, and then Hart has it swatted away by White. Pace had it knocked away as well. Camden will keep it, though, as White showing some agility down there in the blocks. He's really quick for a big man there against 6'8", and just bounces around. Thorpe with the catch. Here's Pace into the paint, now falls away, misses. East St. Louis rebound. DeVris Johnson, but Thorpe takes it away. Thorpe one-on-one against White, crashes into him, passes to Pace. Pace tried to get it back to Thorpe, and then here comes East St. Louis the other way. Layup is good for Phillip Jones. His heart was kind of stuck. Jones, he has 4. And East St. Louis chipping away at that lead again. Here's a reach in by Rashawn Watson, who's just checked into the game, number 14. Thorpe has to go high over White, but Drayden Garner's there for the putback. Couldn't get it to fall. Ball is loose on the floor. Watson has it in a timeout abruptly called by the Flyers head coach, Mark Chambers. Smart job there as he wanted to keep possession of the ball, although the possession error was his way, so had it been tied up, they would have kept it. So Maybe a wasted timeout, we'll see, but we're midway through quarter number 2. We'll take a quick break. Back with more after this. Camden leading 21-16.
In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do it for them. Beating the buzzer, setting a screen, always keeping score. And no matter where our seats are, we're always here. Because this isn't labor, it's love. In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do it for them. Beating the buzzer, setting a screen, always keeping score. And no matter where our seats are, we're always here. Because this isn't labor, it's love.
Camden High School basketball on BFA Sports, brought to you by the Game Changer app, a great tool for coaches, parents, and fans alike. Be sure to check it out if you're a coach, if you have youth sports going on, even high school. 21-16, Camden leading here midway through quarter number 2. It'll be East St. Louis with the basketball here after the full timeout called by head coach Mark Chambers. East St. Louis has won 2 state championships under Chambers. And as I mentioned, they compete in the Southwestern Conference in Illinois. Here's a 3 from the corner for White. No good. Garner with a great box out. He kept his man off the glass, but really nice job by Watson to get in there and get the rebound. Back to White again. He's going to try that same spot. Can't get it. Another offensive rebound. Baseline drive is good. Phillip Jones gets the offensive rebound and the putback, and he's fouled as well. Jones has 6. We'll get another look at it here. White's 3 ball, no good. He was already making his way down the other end. Garner had him tied up for a second, but Jones able to get away and slither in and score, and he'll have a free throw here. The Camden foul was on Makai Hart, I believe, 13. I thought the Mr. Cortez, our our public address announcer said. We have a lane violation there, I believe. Lane violation, I think, was the call there on 0. Oh, no. It was a personal foul on Jameson White. The free throw was good. So it's 21-19, Camden in front. Struggling to score the basketball here in the second quarter. Only 5 points for Camden here in quarter number 2. Corner 3, off the mark. First shot of the game for Franklin. East St. Louis on the run quickly, and a jam. Flying in, Rashawn Watson. His first points of the day. He's got 2, and it's a tie ball game. 2 dunks today for East St. Louis here in Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Certainly not a welcome sight. Pace for 3. Ooh, just rimmed out. Franklin tried to get the rebound, pulled away by Jones. Jones with some speed, pulls up, now a 3, kicks it to his right, that's good. Terrion Webster's 3 is up and good. And another timeout for Camden. Coach Jason Harrigan wants to talk things over here. We'll get a look at this quick strike from East St. Louis. They get the ball up the floor quickly, and then Thorpe had to kind of help cover the ball. Stepped to it and then stepped away from his man, and Webster was able to spot up and knock down the 3 from the right wing. So it's a 24-21 lead here for East St. Louis. They really haven't led much today. That's their first lead here of the second quarter, and first since early in this ball game. So East St. Louis, some little trivia, I guess you will, about East St. Louis High School. They have tons of famous graduates. You have tennis legend Jimmy Connors is from East St. Louis. Current Chicago Bears wide receiver Luther Burden III. He made some ridiculous catches in the playoffs for the Bears. Former NFL linebacker Brian Cox. Former NFL tight end. Also pro and college football Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow Sr. And Darius Miles, the basketball player from the LA Clippers, was in the class of 2000 from East St. Louis and was the number 3 overall draft pick that year in the NBA by the Clippers right out of high school. Also, LaFonso Ellis is another East St. Louis alum, on the basketball court. Of course, Notre Dame. He's been doing some broadcasting recently as well. So some cool graduates from East St. Louis. As we are back underway, Pace pounds the dribble across the timeline, looks for Doctor to Thorpe. A little bit of a smaller lineup on the floor for Camden here. Pace, corner three, got it. And he tells him about it too. He's got 15 for Pace, 15 of Camden's 24. Phillip Jones directing some traffic. Camden's gone to a zone now, 2-3, mixing things up here. White trying to get open in the high post. Now he'll crash the boards. None necessary, though, as Terrion Webster hits his second three. He's got 6. East St. Louis back up 3. East St. Louis showing zone as well. Looks like kind of a 3-2 zone here. And Camden's going to reset and figure out how to attack it. Pace is going to come to his left. Looks for a screen from Garner. Now Doctor steps in. Back to Pace. Pace pulls up, top of the key, a little heavy. Rebound comes down long to Watson. Watson, baseline drive for Johnson is no good. The putback, no good either. Franklin with the ball on the run, looking for help. Now will fly to the hole, left-hand layup. Keyshawn Franklin with the bucket, his first points in a few games now. And then East St. Louis countering quickly. White stuck in the corner, just gunned it off the leg of Drayden Garner. It says, hello, Mr. Freshman. I'm going to throw this off your leg, and we're going to keep the ball. 27-26 is the East St. Louis advantage. Corner three. Flyers on fire. Phillip Jones letting him hear it. He's got 10, and it's a 4-point East St. Louis advantage here. A minute plus left in the first half. Again, Camden now trying to figure out how to attack this 3-2 zone that East St. Louis is throwing at them. Usually the corners are available. If you can get somebody open in a corner like that. Tyree Thorpe, rainbow three, a little heavy. Franklin crashes the glass. Good effort, just couldn't hang on. And it'll be East St. Louis ball here. 52 seconds left to go. Camden would love to get a big stop here and pull even closer. Thorpe guarding Jones. Thorpe is a tough defender. He will stay in front of you. Hard to get by him. Now he's going to double the ball as Garner is matched up with White. White somehow scored that in traffic. He's got 9. The lead is 6. Pace the other way in traffic. He gets fouled. Can't get the shot to drop. But Pace will shoot 2 here. That's the second foul on Jamison White, so that's kind of big. 2 fouls on White. You see Pace, he got grabbed there by 14, then bumped into White as well. 14 being Rashawn Watson, of course. So Pace will shoot 2. Makes the first. Pace has 6 this quarter. 16 in the game. And they get White out of there. That's a smart move by head coach Mark Chambers. You don't want him to pick up his 3rd in the final 27 seconds when you're leading by 5. Pace will shoot another. That is up and good. So Alex Pace, the leading scorer for Camden this year, leading the way today. He's got 7.5, 17 in the game. The transfer from the state of Georgia, lived just outside of Atlanta, and was homeschooled last year, did not play high school basketball. Thorpe with a steal. Almost was able to knock it off the guard, Alex Johnson of East St. Louis. 13 seconds left. Johnson will inbound, sends it deep. Thorpe almost stole it away again. Jones, Thorpe again gets in front of him. They get it far corner. 3 ball, no good. Jones tried to rebound it, lost it. They're going to say it was last touched by Thorpe, though. Wait a second, hold on. We're going to get a correction. And they do make that correction. And they're going to say it's Camden ball. Booth had the call, and then Bell came in and fixed it. 2 seconds left. Pace, long 3. Just missed it wide to the right slightly. Camden will go into the locker room trailing by 4 points. 32-28. We will keep things here, though, however, as, again, we're going to stay with you for the halftime ceremonies here. Again, they're going to be honoring the 1986 Group 4 state champs, the team that was ranked number 1 in the country. Of course, the head coach of that team, Mr. Clarence Turner, he's no longer with us. Clarence Turner passed away several years ago, but Mr. Turner picked up 775 victories and 7 state championships in his day. We'll go to our public address announcer now and listen in.
Uniform of the purple and the gold, the Camden High School, 1986, #1 team in the country. On behalf of the Camden High School administration, the Camden City School District, and the entire Camden community, it's a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor to welcome back to Center Court, Panthers Burners. The assistant coach is with us today for that group, Mr. Richard King. Number 3 was Mr. David Yevon. Number 11, Mr. Reggie Lawrence. Number 51, Lee Wall. Number 41, Kevin Smith. Number 33, Larry Cohen. Your starters, the captain, number 21, Wasim Muhammad, a.k.a. Donnie Walker. Number 43, Mr. Denny Brown. He is the Honorable Mayor of Camden. Number 23, Victor Carr-Stockton. And last but not least, number 25, Sweet Lou Band. 40 years ago, this team is something that very few teams at any level ever accomplished. An undefeated season, 30-0. They were crowned the #1 team in the country by USA Today. They didn't just win games, they represented Camden with pride, toughness, discipline, and excellence. At a time when the city needed something to believe in, you gave Camden something unforgettable. You showed the country what we already knew, that Camden produces greatness, not just great athletes, but great competitors, great teammates, and great representatives of their city. They earned respect wherever they went, and decades later, people still talk about the season, those games, and the championship standard. This team played the game the right way. They were truly students of the game. Today is about more than a basketball, than a legacy. It's about young men from Camden who came together, believed in each other, trusted their coaches, and made history while carrying the hopes of an entire community on their shoulders. To the players, thank you for setting a standard that still inspires our student athletes today. To the coaches and staff, thank you for your leadership, your belief, and your commitment to excellence. To the families, the supporters, and the fans who stood by them and still do. As always, stand behind your team. Your role in this story matters, and we thank you. To our current Camden High athletes, this is what is possible. This is what happens when preparation meets belief. This is what it looks like to leave a legacy that lasts generations. To the class of 1986, the banners may hang high, the records may stand, but your impact was far beyond wins and losses. You are forever a part of Camden's story, and for that, we are forever grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us in giving a well-deserved round of applause to the undefeated 1986 #1 team in the country. At this time, our mayor, number 23, Victor Carr-Stockton.
Okay, real quick, I'm going to say thank you to everybody that was involved with that special season. It was our team, but I also want to bring up Mr. Whit Wilson, who was a big part of that. Come on up, Sheriff. But It wasn't just about us, and I mean that. 40 years ago, we did something that no one could take from us. But it was our cheerleaders that's here today. It was our mascot. And we got the best fans and community in the United States of America when it comes to basketball in our city and how we represent it. Y'all represented us. We represented y'all. We were the #1 team in the United States of America. We CMB Camden, New Jersey. Thank you. And from my teammates, our captain, Lou Banks, thank you, brother. And all my teammates, thank y'all. We stood tall and ain't never taken that away from us. Thank you all. Let's enjoy ourselves after this game, all right? And also, I'll be remiss if I didn't give this to someone who's been laying a voice to our city, for our athletes, for over 30 years. I have a proclamation for you, Mr. Montez, for all you do. You are the voice of Camden High sports. 30 years or more. Let's give it up. Y'all know this man's voice and this man's mouth. 52 years. 52 years, that voice. Let's give it up. This is from the city of Camden, the mayor's office. We hereby formally recognize and honor and commend you, Mr. Daniel Montez, and we extend our deepest gratitude and appreciation for everything that you've given to this program, brother. Everything you've given for 52 years. The city of Camden thanks you. You are truly and always will be the voice of Camden High School. Yes.
The famous refrains from Camden: service with a smile, and you want the high, you got the high. I was a freshman in high school when this Camden High team came and played at Highland and absolutely destroyed our Highland High School team. Lewis Banks, who was here today, over to my left right now, he dunked a ball so ferociously, I thought the whole roof was going to collapse in that gym that night. It was insane. But a great ceremony here. So cool to see some of these guys come back and get honored. And then even super cool of Vic Karstarfin, the mayor of Camden, to recognize Mr. Daniel Montez for his 52 years as the voice of Camden Athletics, as the public address announcer, both for football and basketball these years. This year he came back to do this particular game. He's pretty much retired outside of that, but he came back today to do this special game, and he did one football game in the fall. But from what I understand, this is going to be his last game doing this. But sounds great. Great to see him here, and just an awesome little halftime ceremony. And that was really funny, that little ending there with, you want the high, you got the high. That just echoed in the old gymnasium, the old Castle on the Hill, back before they built this great new high school. But they had that there as well. So just a cool day here at Camden High School. And now the players of the current team looking to potentially keep things rolling. I think they'll probably let them warm up a little bit longer, I would imagine. Probably add some time to the clock in the interim here. There's AD Tim Jenkins stopping by. He was missing his camera, and it was sitting right here next to me the whole time. He must have left it over here and didn't realize. But sorry about that, Tim. But hopefully get some good shots. But before the game, I was talking to Coach Harrigan from Camden. And this is his first year here as the head coach, but he was an assistant coach for a number of years under Vic Karstarfin's 1 year, and then Rick Brunson, who coached here for a couple years as well. So he was an assistant under those guys for a while. And I just asked him before the game, what's it mean to be part of this in this 86 team? And he just said, it really helps our guys to kind of appreciate the past and know that what you're playing for, and you're playing for more than just, yourselves, right? You're playing for these guys that were, here before you. You're playing, he's hoping that he actually said to me, I wish we had these guys here on Thursday night when we played Paul VI, because I think we needed that extra little spark. So they're looking for a spark today. Hopefully they can take that here in the second half and gets the crowd get into it as well here as they trail 32-28 as we are just about ready to tip things off here, or get things going here in the second half. It'll be East St. Louis with the basketball in their orange with the blue trim. They're going to be going from right to left. Camden in the purple, the famous purple. Of course, that 86 team was recognized in the Camden teams back then as the Purple Avalanche, so Camden wearing the purple today. White misses a three-pointer here to get things started in the third quarter, and it'll be Camden ball. White has 11 points here in the first half, leading the way for East St. Louis. He and Philip Jones each with 11 actually in the first half. Thorpe will handle. East St. Louis playing, looks like a box and one against Pace. They're going to try and keep the ball out of his hands. Pace shakes loose, though, gets away from Alex Johnson, looks inside to Doctor. Doctor was bumped, no foul. Here's Thorpe down the lane. Thorpe will put it up and score right in the face of White. Thorpe being aggressive. He's got 4, and it's 32-30. Ooh, nice move and a layup for Alex Johnson the other way. He's got 4. Camden turns it over, and another layup for Johnson, quickly with 6, and it's a 6-point advantage. Camden actually outscored East St. Louis 19-16 in that second quarter. Robinson kicks it out to Hart. Makai Hart for 3. Looked good, just a little bit long. And the rebound grabbed by Philip Jones. Jones gives it to Devin Houston. Houston goes hard to the hole and scores, fouled by Jaden Doctor. So Houston with the basket. He'll have an opportunity for a 3-point play. So they're going to call the foul on 11, Thorpe. Oh, yeah, he reached in on the side there. I thought they got Doctor with it, but it was Thorpe with the foul. That's going to be his second. Miss no good. White gets the rebound, and Robinson grabs his jersey. So it's going to be another free throw opportunity here. This will be White shooting 2. Robinson's going to pick up the foul. That's his second. 2 team fouls on Camden here in the third. Again, White with 11. Pardon me, White with 9. Looking for 11 here as he makes the first. Now 2 for 3 at the line today. Overall, East St. Louis 3 for 7 at the line so far. Make it 3 for 8 as White misses the second, so he's 2 for 4 at the line today. White usually a 59% free throw shooter. Robinson will get the basketball. Pull up from 3 as he's given room by White. And White snatches the rebound. Just goes up and over Alex Pace. Pace guarding Alex Johnson closely. Now White will have it out near midcourt against Robinson. Robinson tries to get around the screen. White pulls up for 3, nails it, falling down. And a timeout. 30 for Jason Harrigan and Camden. We'll take a quick break and step away. It's East St. Louis 42, Camden 30 on BFA.
In this game, they say you can't travel, but we do it for them. Beating the buzzer, setting a screen, creating the comeback. Always keeping score. Play by play, season by season, year after year. And no matter where our seats are, we're always here with you. Because this isn't labor, it's love.
Welcome back to Clarence Turner Gymnasium here at Camden High School for today's non-league matchup. East St. Louis from Illinois, the Southwestern Conference in Illinois, taking on Camden. here in southern New Jersey. Camden, of course, Olympic Conference National Division. Paul VI won the National Division with that victory on Thursday night over Camden. Those two teams are the top 2 seeds in the Camden County Tournament, by the way, which that was announced this week. Paul VI, the number 1 seed. Of course, they clinched the national here, as I mentioned. Eastern, the team that Camden beat here on Tuesday, that is the number 3 seed. Camden Catholic's the 4 seed. Haddonfield's 5. Robinson looking inside for Doctor, wide open against White. He's fouled. That's going to be the 3rd on Jamison White. And you'll have Jaden Doctor shooting 2. Doctor has 58 points in the last 6 games for Camden. And he's been 16 for 26 at the line in that span. He had a game where he hit 10 of 13 free throws earlier this year, and he had 8 of 13 against Eastern the other night. So he can get to the line. He knows how to, operate in traffic. Doctor makes the first. He's got 4 now. Doctor, a 68% free throw shooter this season. Has hit 44 of 65 free throws coming into today. He can pull Camden to within 10 with a second, and does. So Doctor with 5. And it's a 10-point East St. Louis advantage. Pace will guard Jones. Pace runs into Houston. That's a solid screen to run into. They switch. Doctor picks up Jones now. Camden going to man-to-man defense. Robinson against White. White well out away from the basket. Nice pick and roll with Houston. Very well done in the assist for White. That's nice basketball right there. 7 points for Devin Houston. And the lead back up to 12. Houston now harassing Hart. Franklin kicks it out to Robinson. Robinson has White. Now Doctor trying to turn the corner. Hung up, looking for help. Gets to Robinson. Now Franklin, wide open 3, long. Franklin still struggling with that jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Here comes East St. Louis the other way. Jones finds a man in the corner. Doctor comes flying out to defend. Robinson, strong rebound on the miss by Webster, who has 2 threes earlier in this game. Missed that one. Pace will be guarded by Devin Houston. Houston, a 6'1" guard against Pace. Robinson in the paint, can't get it to fall. White is knocked down. The ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say Camden ball. So it'll be Camden basketball in the corner there, adjacent to its own bench. You see Coach Jason Harrigan calling things out again. His first season here at Camden, his 13th overall as a head coach, was the head coach at St. Joe's Prep for 5 years over in Philly. Pace's 3, no good. Webster with the rebound, strong, and gives it up for Houston. Houston with a head of steam getting into the paint against Franklin. Franklin, good D to wall him up, and then they're going to call Franklin for the foul as Houston went up and under. So Franklin will get called for the foul. There's another peek at that drive by Houston right in there, and Franklin did a nice job, but then the reach on the swipe there as Houston kind of went by him. That's the first foul on Franklin. 3rd team foul for Camden here midway through quarter number 3. East St. Louis with another miss at the line. Houston now got him 1 for 4 today so far, unofficially. Houston on the season shooting just 50% at the line. Misses that one as well. Franklin with the rebound. Hart trying to get on the run. Looking for some help. Hart's triple teamed. Looking for help, gets it to Pace. Pace underneath for Franklin, but that's stolen away by Jones. Pace didn't see Jones sneaking under there. 3 the other way, Webster, that's no good. White will chase it down, but not try and save it as it was out of his reach. So it'll be Camden basketball, and a quick sub coming in for East St. Louis. It's going to be Jameer Allen, the sophomore, coming back in, giving Jamison White a break. Again, White with 3 fouls, so he'll have a seat with his team up 12. Here's Hart to Robinson. Doctor looking to get it inside to Pace. Now Hart open for three using the screen. Got it. Makai Hart, his first bucket of the day. He's got three. The transfer from Kingsway High School knocks it down, averaging 5.5 points per game this season. That's his 10th made three of the season. Here's a three the other way. East St. Louis, no good. Doctor goes up and gets it. Really good rebounder is Jaden Doctor. Pace double team, looking for help. Conley does so, gets it to Robinson. Robinson will drive. Baseline, he's fouled as he was slapped on the hand by Jameer Allen. That's the second personal on Allen. And Robinson will shoot two. Andre Robinson has 2 points today. He started the season in great fashion, had a career-high 21 points in the season opener, an 82-53 win at Winslow back on December 8th. He's 14 for 22 at the line this year, shooting 64%, but misses the first. He also played football in the fall on the D-line, 41 total tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 4 sacks this year, had a fumble recovery and a safety. And of course, the football team from Camden won the state title. He missed them both, but Franklin gets the rebound. Jumper on the way and good. So they get 2 points a little bit more difficultly than they needed to, but 2 nonetheless as Franklin's on the board. He's got 4. And I'm mentioning that Camden High won that state title in football this year, 11-1. They beat Shabazz in the title game. Great block by Robinson. Ball loose, still loose. Webster collects, kicks it in the corner, and the three is up and good for Alex Johnson. He's got 9, 10-point East St. Louis advantage here. Pace trying to get by, he's double teamed, looking for help, finds Hart wide open left side. Now inside to Robinson, finds some open space, couldn't finish. Now he will defend against Phillip Jones. Jones on the run. Now Houston like a runaway truck into the paint, loses the handle, kicks it back out, 3 off the mark for Jones. Hart gets the rebound, tries to go down the court to Pace, but it's knocked away. Phillip Jones again on the spot to knock it away. So Camden inbound on the side here with some of the members of the 86 team sitting in the chairs right along the court. Robinson in the paint, he's fouled, can't get the shot to fall, but Robinson will shoot 2 more. Robinson was 0 for 2 his first trip. He'll shoot again here. Looks like the foul was going to be on Jameer Allen, number 12, his 3rd personal. So 3 team fouls apiece here in the 3rd quarter for each team. Robinson 0 for 3 at the line. Again, he's usually a pretty good shooter at the line. 14 for 22 coming into today, 64%. Knocks that one down. So he's 1 for 4, 3 points. And it's a 9-point lead, single digits for the first time in a while. Alex Johnson against the Camden. Looks like Camden's back to his zone, 2-3. Pace guarding Johnson. Jones lost it out of bounds, so some pressure by Pace, extending the zone, creating a little havoc, and East St. Louis throws it away. That's what Camden's gonna need, some stops, some turnovers, and they're gonna have to take care of the ball and score. Scored a little better than they did the other night against Paula VI, and that's one thing Coach Harrigan was looking for today. Pace. Explosive, jumper's good. Alex Pace. 19 now for him. Leading the way for Camden. Here's Houston just plowing into the paint. Can't get the finish. Franklin with the rebound, quickly to Pace. Pace one-on-one. Gets it and gets fouled as he's brought down to the ground. They're gonna get the foul on Phillip Jones. That's his first. And this is what Camden needs to do, and that's what Coach Harrigan wants them to do. Get some quick transition. They didn't do that enough, he felt, the other night against Paul VI. You saw the block come by Jameer Allen on the backside. The foul was not on him, it was on 3, Phillip Jones, his first. Pace misses the first. He was 2 for 2 at the line before that opportunity. Again, a 79% free throw shooter this season for Pace. Second is good. So 2 for 3 at the line. He's got 20. 20 of Camden's 41. Pace guarding Jones. Jones turns the corner. He's bumped by Pace. And Pace raises the hand, says, yeah, that's me. 14 fouls apiece now for each team. Houston to inbound. He'll You take the easy one to Jones. East St. Louis will restart. Coach Chambers for East St. Louis calling out, slow it up, no need to rush. Wants his team to get a good shot here to end the quarter. Now Hart will extend the zone for Camden. He's going to come out against Jones. Now Houston in front of us against Pace. Tries to break him down. Now we'll reset. Back to Jones. Jones driving, steps past Hart. Oh, and swatted away by Robinson. A big block by Andre Robinson, the sophomore, with the swat. And it will be East St. Louis ball on the baseline. This was where Camden had trouble the other night because they threw it right in to the big man, Malukila, for Paul VI. They did it the same here, but they had to kick it out as Camden defended it nicely. Houston, corner three, Webster off the mark. And it hits the support up top, so that'll be out of bounds. It'll be Camden ball. Hart was waiting for that rebound to come down. It just hung up there and bounced around up in that support. So Camden will have it now. 28 seconds left to go here in the quarter. They'll hold it for the last one and get a good one. Pace trying to break down Alex Johnson. Camden's offense has spread the floor. Pace again against Johnson. Robinson coming out to set a screen. Now Pace finds a hole, tries to kick it in the corner to Doctor, waiting for the three. It's out of bounds, last touched by Webster. 10 seconds left to go.
We get the last shot.
The mayor calling out the play. Let's get the last shot. Vic Karstarfin, the great Camden player from the 86 team, is the mayor of town here. Robinson with it. Now Hart, 4 seconds left. Hart trying to get loose. Finds Pace, who's going to have to chuck it quickly. It's too late. That's not going to count. It was after the buzzer. So Camden doesn't get a shot off to end the to end the quarter. But they do slice into the lead. It's East St. Louis 47, Camden 41. Back with more after this on BFA. Camden cheerleaders on the floor here as we are ready for the final 8 minutes of action here from Clarence Turner Gymnasium. Great day here at Camden High School. Again, the 86 Group 4 state champs, the #1 team in the nation, honored here at halftime. We brought that ceremony to you, and if you are just joining us, you'll be able to catch it on our YouTube channel later. The game will be up there for you to watch at any time, so go back and check that out if you missed it. But for now, Camden trailing by 6. Robinson trying to cut that to 3. 3 ball no good. And the rebound cleared by Phillip Jones, the point guard. 6'1", strong player. 3, Webster no good. White corrals the rebound in traffic, and he's fouled. They're going to get Jaden Doctor for the foul there. They could have called it on Heat or Robinson, but Doctor gets the foul, his first. And it will be another inbound opportunity on the baseline for East St. Louis. Houston looking to get it in. Finds Alex Johnson, guarded by Thorpe. Tyree Thorpe back in there. Now Doctor picks him up off the screen. Here's Jones. Thorpe on him now. Back to Webster. Now top of the key. White turnaround is good. 8-point advantage. Camden hurrying the other way. Corner 3, Franklin no good. Doctor skied for it, but just was a little too early and couldn't tap it in, and then White brings down the rebound. Long cross court, Webster. Now White for 3. Squares, shoots, missed it. Rebound by Robinson. Under 7 left to go. Camden's gonna have to work in a hurry and start making things happen. Robinson will set the screen for Pace. Pace will step back, shoot the 3. Just missed it. And White is everywhere now here in this third quarter. Snares that rebound. Pardon me, everywhere in this fourth quarter, I should say. Snares that rebound. Houston lost it. Thorpe knocks it away, steals it, looking for some help. He's in traffic. He loses it. White leaves it off, and the layup good to Johnson. White with another slick assist. You can see Jameson White has a lot of all-around skills. He'll shoot the outside. He's got some good inside moves, can handle it, can pass it a little bit. Great defender as well, couple of blocks today. Robinson gets to Pace. Pace picked up his dribble a little earlier than he wanted to, but leaves the middle open as White was guarding him, and then Franklin with the catch, but the travel. We'll have Hart coming back in. He's going to replace Thorpe, so Hart back in for Thorpe. Hart's going to chase the ball here. He's going to guard Houston. Hart D'ing up on Houston. Houston gets rid of it, and he guns it to the corner. Now, East St. Louis is going to kind of seemingly take some of the air out of the ball here. Now, Houston will drive, tries to scoop, can't. Robinson with the rebound. Doctor is thrown to the floor by White. Robinson gets it in the corner. 3, off the mark. Great rebound in traffic. The putback no good by Franklin, but he's fouled. Franklin, a great rebound there, and he will shoot 2. The foul will be on number 2. Alex Johnson, you'll see it underneath here. Franklin did a great job to get himself in position to get the rebound. Went up, and he was just grabbed. They really could have called it either on Webster or Johnson. Johnson got the call. Franklin misses the free throw. Camden struggling at the line today. As a team, they usually shoot about 69% at the line, but they've had their share of misses today. Franklin gets 1 of 2. He's got 3. He's 1 for 2 at the line. He's got 5. And the lead back to single digits at 9. Here's Jones, guarded by Hart. Again, East St. Louis not in any rush. And again, no shot clock, of course, in high school boys basketball. 3 ball from the corner is off for Webster. Franklin gets the rebound. Now Webster will chase him down, and then they'll get rid of it to Hart. Hart against Jones, will slow it up. Now Doctor fakes the 3, drives, spin, shot no good. Robinson trying to get the rebound. Almost a travel there for Johnson. They don't call it as Robinson pushed him. Pace tried to D up and stop Johnson. Now Johnson gets fouled on the way to the hoop and scores. The foul's going to be on Mekhi Hart. That's his second. Take a look at the replay here. And Johnson just with a head of steam just went flying down there. And Hart kind of got himself out of position. He gets the foul. And Johnson now with 11, make it 12 as he scores on his first trip to the line. He had 17 points a couple weeks ago in their January 18th win against Cardinal Ritter College Prep. 64-57 win. Robinson nicely done off the glass. He's got 5. It's back to a 10-point East St. Louis advantage, but time not the friend of Camden right now. They're going to have to hurry. Trailing by 10. Robinson, it's Jones gets into the paint as Robinson tried to defend. I think they're going to get Doctor with the foul. Yeah, it's going to be Doctor. His second. That's the 3rd team foul of the quarter, and just little screen there by White, picked Hart right off, and then it was easy pickings for Jones to get into the paint. He's got 12, looking for 13, and looking to put that East St. Louis lead to 13 here. Got a lane violation. I don't know who they're going to call it on. It's going to go against Robinson. He's trying to keep White out of there. That's quite a battle. There's White at 6'8", Robinson at 6'4". Robinson with some tough matchups. He had to take on 7'2" Mulakila last week, in the last game Thursday against Paul 6. Robinson showed that he won't back down in that matchup. And Camden loses the handle. Robinson tried to flick it to Pace, and Pace couldn't hang on to it, and it's an easy 2 points for East St. Louis. As Rashawn Watson got the steal and the putback. So now it's 15-point advantage, the largest lead of the game for East St. Louis. Robinson will go right at White. Pounds the dribble, now to Franklin. Franklin tries to get into the paint. Back to Doctor. Doctor loses his man, shoots over the top of White and scores, and a timeout for Harrigan. Jaden Doctor now with 7, and Camden calls timeout, trailing by 13 halfway through the fourth quarter. Back with more after this on BFA. So a quick 30-second timeout for Camden as they talk things over. Some of the fellows still kind of trying to get on the same page here as Makai Hart, Jaden Doctor, Keyshawn Franklin, Alex Pace standing at midcourt. It'll be Camden's ball back underneath the basket here, their defensive end. And East St. Louis shows full court man pressure here. Pace trying to get loose. Actually, Camden scored after the basket, so Camden called the timeout after the basket. They will defend full court here, trying to get the steals. That's kind of what Coach Harrigan wants to see out of this team now. Aggressive defense, and they certainly are capable of doing that as they've done that throughout the season. And he needs a good lockdown fourth quarter here the rest of the way. White for 3. Good. Jamison White. He's got 18 now, averages 20.7 per game. Pace pulls up, can't get it. White can't hold on to the rebound. It's last touched by Watson on the baseline, number 14, out of bounds. So Camden will have the baseline inbound here, trailing now by 16. They get it to Robinson, now Doctor. Pace has it tipped away as Alex Johnson came streaking out to deflect it. Devin Houston will come back in, and Rashawn Watson will have a seat. Hart with the catch, looks for Pace. Pace gets by his man, slithers away. The shot rolls around, no good. White with another rebound, and he'll lead the break. White crosses over at midcourt, gets it to DeVris Johnson, back to White. Now Jones with it in the center circle, standing right on the high. The lettering in the Panther logo. Jones in the paint, now kicks it out. And again, East St. Louis in no rush. They're gonna just try and really possess the ball, it seems like. They're not in any hurry to shoot it. Good discipline by the Flyers. Here's Alex Johnson trying to get to the elbow. Kicks it to White. White's 3 from the corner, rattles out, but Devin Houston gets the rebound in traffic, leaves it off. Robinson tried to get the tie up, but good strength by Alex Johnson to come out of the pile with it. And it's still possession for East St. Louis. Time winding down here on Camden. Robinson comes out, tries to defend. White leaves it off, and another nice pass as Devin Houston, the recipient. He's got 9, and the lead now 18. Pace quickly the other way, scores. He's got 22 of Camden's 48, and they're gonna have to defend here. Pace trying to hustle around as he's shoved off by Jones. They try to get it inside, out of bounds, last touched by Johnson. So maybe a bad decision there by Phillip Jones. And Camden's gonna hurry the other way. Pace gets it, 1:45 left to go. Pace is gonna go up against White. White knocks it away after some contact. Pace a little banged up there. Just goes out of bounds. Camden to inbound on the baseline. Robinson will pull the trigger, looking for some help. Gets it to Doctor. Doctor in traffic. They're gonna say it's out of bounds. Last touched by DeVris Johnson, number 5 for East St. Louis, the junior, 6-foot guard. Got in there and ripped it away from Jaden Doctor. Doctor sets a screen. Franklin trying to make the catch, but the pass a little funky, and he couldn't hold on to it. And it's a turnover. So Camden down 16 here, a minute 38 left to go. And you can see kind of the dejection on the faces of some of the Camden players. Steal by Pace, though. Pace will attack. Can't get the bucket, but he's whacked and will shoot two. Alex Pace, I thought maybe he was going to pull up and try and shoot that three, but he decided to attack the basket instead. The foul's on Phillip Jones, number 3. And we'll get another look at it here. Yeah, I thought maybe he would try and keep it. Then he attacked, was fouled, and then got hung up underneath the basket. Tried to just fire it up there, but couldn't get it to fall. So Pace will shoot two. He's 3 for 4 at the line today. Now 4 for 5 as the first one rolls in. 23 for Pace, leading the way for Camden. Career high of 39 against Timber Creek back on December 16th. He has 3 games with 30 or more. Has 10 games with 20 or more. Now 11 games with 20 or more as he makes that one. He's got 24 tonight. Robinson trying to defend. Now Jones will take it. I think he already dribbled. No, I have to say no. Pace guarding him. Pace trying to hang on. Now he lost him. Hart crashes in there to defend. They look underneath. Now back out. Good catch up at the top of the court by Jones, and they'll restart. Pace guarding him. Now Doctor will come up against Houston. This is a good matchup here. Ooh. Doctor said it should go our way, but the official says otherwise, and it will remain East St. Louis ball. Houston gets it into White. White runs into some traffic with Robinson. Now Houston, good baseline look. Out of bounds, though. East St. Louis turns it over with 44 seconds left to go. So Camden just trying to finish this one out strong as they trail by 14. They get it to Pace. Pace loses his man quickly. He leaves Johnson in the dust. Now goes up against White. Throws it off of White, and then it'll be Camden ball on the baseline. 38.7 seconds left. Again, some dejection on the faces of the Camden players, but they got to keep in mind they're playing a team that's ranked 55th in the nation according to Max Preps. This is a good tune-up to get them ready for what lies ahead, right? They got the Camden County tournament coming their way as Doctor has a shot blocked by White. Now White will bring it across. White against Hart. Hart trying to defend and hold on. White loses him, leaves it in the paint. An easy bucket for Johnson. Alex Johnson with the finish. It's a 16-point advantage here as time winding down. Pace will just pull up for a long three, and he nails it. Pace with 27. Trying to steal it back. And then White just does it again, throws it off the leg of the Camden defender with 4 seconds left to go. But Camden now has bigger things to look towards. Again, they'll be playing against Camden Eastside on Tuesday. That game was originally supposed to be the home game for Eastside and the double, the 2 matchups of the year in the Olympic National. And that's going to run the clock down as Robinson tried to defend Jones. But we'll look ahead real quick to Camden and what they have ahead of them. Again, they'll be here Tuesday the 10th against Camden Eastside. That game was supposed to be at Eastside, but it will be here instead. That's going to be senior day for Camden as well. I think they might be doing the same thing for Eastside. That'll be Tuesday the 10th. That's a 5:30 tip-off. Then the final regular season game of the year is Thursday the 12th. Camden will visit Burlington Township in that one. And then we'll be looking towards the Camden County tournament for Camden, as the High will get a bye in the preliminary round on February 14th. Then they will play in the first round. They'll have a bye again in the preliminary round. They'll play the winner of Cherry Hill West and Paulsboro. That will be here on Tuesday, February 17th. So that's kind of what you're looking forward to from Camden for the next few games as they look forward to what's ahead here for Camden High School. And of course, should they be able to keep winning, they advance to the Camden County tournament. Again, Paul VI, the number 1 seed, Camden, the number 2 seed. Those two teams met in the Camden County tournament final last year, so that could be another one on the horizon for the Panthers. But once again, they lose it here today by the final of 66-53. here against East St. Louis. Again, East St. Louis, a successful trip to New Jersey as they win yesterday by 40 points against Woodbury and win it here by 13 against Camden High School, led by their man Jamison White. He had 18 tonight for East St. Louis. They got some balanced scoring. Alice Johnson had 14. Phillip Jones chipped in with 12. So really only 5 guys in the scoring column, actually 6 guys in the scoring column for the Flyers. I forgot about Watson, chipped in with 4, but it was White, Johnson, Jones with 18, 14, and 12. And then Devin Houston chipped in with 9, Webster with 6, Watson with 4. For Camden, Pace led the way. He had 27 for the High. Jaden Doctor contributed 7. Makai Hart with a 3. Keyshawn Franklin still struggling with that right hand injury. He had just 5. And really, again, the 3-pointers not connecting for Franklin today. Again, playing with that injured middle finger on his shooting hand, his right hand. Andre Robinson chipped in with 5. Tyree Thorpe with 4. So that's your scoring for Camden. Again, Pace leading the way, as he typically does for this Camden High team. So again, the final score from Clarence Turner Gymnasium on a day where the 80s were remembered and honored. The 1986 team winning that Group 4 state championship, the number one ranked team in the nation. You see them kind of cluttered in front of us at our scorers table, kind of everyone congratulating each other. Great to see one another. And of course, the mayor here, Vic Karstarfin. It was a great day to recognize that team, and Lewis Banks as well, the captain of that team. As tough a customer as you ever saw in Camden High School and in South Jersey basketball. So it was a great day for memories, for looking back, and now we look forward to Camden the next game as they play the former Woodrow Wilson, who it was when these guys played, but of course now Camden East Side. That'll be on Tuesday night here, February 10th. That's the next game for Camden. Once again, final score, East St. Louis 66, Camden 53. For everybody here at BFA Sports, I want to thank you for watching. I'm Mike Shute. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Try and stay warm. Have a good rest of your weekend.